Okay. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Read it. A record of the events of Expedition to and into Shaggy Dog Cave, November 1887, as recorded by Jim Plague-Wright. Okay. Having acquired through various and sundry means the story, which is interesting in its own right, but better saved for another time, a map purporting to leading to a large cache of jewels and ingots and precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Black Cole Jr. in the years before the cows came home. I, Jim Playwright, along with 3 compatriots, these being Nathaniel Wyman, Cyrus Howard, and Douglas Watts, set out to find Shaggy Dog Cave and the aforementioned treasure. Okay. Our equipment and provisions consist of 1 cart, a horse to pull it, 4 additional horses to be ridden, 2 shovels, a spade, and a mining pick, a large coil of rope, 1 large basket of eggs, as well as an assortment of other trail provisions and cookware, my own collection of blank plates and a engraving tool, 1 large and a shaggy dog, and a boat fort. After traveling for 2.5 days to the south and east, we arrived at a small town named Dirtwater and the largest settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave, leaving the dog to watch the horse with the 4 of us under the lotus saloon, and each ordered a beer, except Cy, who was satisfied with water. The barman provided our drinks as requested, and then withdrew a small wooden box from underneath the bar, asked us if we'd care to witness something real interesting. Considering that we still had quite a few hours left to travel, we politely declined and asked him if he knew the way to Shaggy Dog Cave. He replied that he had never been there personally, but gave us rough directions which correlated nicely with the notes of our map. This is an interesting story. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain has tampered with our wagon. Fortunately, the only supplies missing were the butt-for and the entire basket of eggs, apart from one that Doug had concealed within a pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered that the dog has absconded with one of the horses, forcing Nate inside after drawing of lots to share. Okay. After acquiring a barrel of fresh water for the trip, as well as a replacement butt-for, we headed out into the open desert. The sun shone down mercilessly upon us. Through we took small solace in the fact that it would have been far more intolerable had we made the expedition during the summer months rather than November. In order to pass the time on the trip and resist becoming dazed from the heat and susceptible to desert mirages, we exchanged stories of our youth, which I will not retell here for reasons of length. Dude, this thing's already way too long. Now, but I will relate to you 3 odd occurrences that happened to us during our trek through the desert. The first was 2 or 3 hours out of Dirtwater when Nate noticed a giant glint of sunlight upon a metallic object partially buried in the sand that was revealed to be a brass oil lamp of foreign design and manufacturing, which fortuitously still contained a quantity of oil. Deciding this might come in handy, we stashed it in a wagon with our other tools. Wow, I don't even know. Why do you even have this? Just tell us why. Our next encounter was with a nomadic goblin tribesman who we discovered spoke excellent English. We inquired as to our destination. We replied we were looking for Shaggy Dog Cave. Though we did not disclose the reason for our journey, the goblin confirmed that we were heading on the correct course and mentioned he had only a short time earlier witnessed a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed and continued on our way. Sometime later, we encountered a large adobe hut occupied by 2 identical seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gratefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. This struck me as peculiar given that there's 2 of them, but I felt it would be rude to question them on that point. One of the hermits confirmed that we were near Shaggy Dog Cave, and the other hermit confirmed that what his brothers said was true. They also commented that they had seen a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in that direction. We all agreed that there was an unusual sight indeed. The hermit refreshed our water supply in exchange for our butt-for. and we continued on our way, excited to finally be nearing our goal. Oh my gosh. After 2 more hours, we finally arrived at Shaggy Dog Cave. Carefully keeping our excitement in check, lest we become incautious, we unloaded our equipment and supplies from the wagon and took a brief respite in the cool shade of the cave entrance. To celebrate our arrival, Doug unpocketed and shared the egg he had saved from our basket that had been stolen in Dirtwater. Once we were rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. Dude, what is this? Discovering that we had neglected to pack torches, lanterns, or any other light source with which to illuminate the cave, we declared that it was indeed fortuitous that Nate had discovered the antique oil lamp during our travels. He gave the brass a quick shine and then lit the wick, and we were relieved to discover that it lit easily and provided a very adequate amount of light. As we headed into the cave, we were farther encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even, easy to traverse, and there were no side passages which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress through the cave, engraven with tales of our journey, such that others who discover the cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. Okay, this is actually really long and drawn out. Soon we came to the end of the tunnel. While Nate, Sai, and Doug took turns with the excavation, I completed the last of the aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before the side shovels struck a wooden surface with a hauling noise, and we hauled a traditionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. Okay. The chest was locked with an ancient and rusting iron padlock which broke easily from a single swing of our pickaxe. We opened the lid slowly, and flickered lights of the antique old lamp shone brightly upon jewels of every color and shining ingots of precious metals, just as promised by the legend of Black Hole Jr. joyous as our triumph. We loaded the chest into our wagon and began the journey home. Thank you for reading, and may your own endeavors be equally successful. Signed, Jim Blake Wright. It's a hole. A completely empty one. Okay, so I just wasted, like, I don't even know if that's wasting. I mean, at least I got to hear a long story that I guess was pretty interesting and had many twists and turns to it. Got, like, hermits and dogs and lamps that you found in the ground or something like that. I mean, I don't know how to feel about that. Oh man, I'm actually really glad I read through all that. Oh gosh. I think the general idea of this cave was just to like show that a story about like adventures is a lot more than actual treasure, which I'm actually kind of bummed out though, to be honest. I'm kind of bummed out about that. Yeah. That took a legit while to do. I want to go to the Garrican Brothers thing, but at the same time, I can't because I'm not strong enough to do that. I think the real problem is I just don't have the stats required to do that. I'm gonna have to train like a graveyard several times there to do it. Silversmith's house. Go there now. Alright. What's this? Help yourself. Work as a low burner and crucible for melting silver things and some bullet molds. It seems pretty straightforward. It's a device so you can smash silver bullets into needles if you want to. Okay. What's this? Harvest button. Oh, I need a needle. I mean, this is perfect. There we go. Okay, at least you can. Yeah, I guess you create the stuff. Do you have any secrets? Sheep fakes. Oh well, he's gone now, and most of us have no sense in stirring up trouble at this point. But there's another place called the Silver Platter. Alright. Interesting. Free food! I don't have safe cracking, which sucks. But there's another spittoon. A spittoon. At least it looks like a spittoon, but it's next to the bed. It might actually be a bedpan. What, really? I mean, it's just a spittoon that's bad enough, but it might happen to be a bedpan. That would be way worse. I feel like maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night, can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse, and the best you can do for is maybe that they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into, which in case it's only full of rancid congealing Tabasco spit. Alright, you know there's something in there. Are you even listening to me, or are you just sort of skimming past the text? Bedpan. I'm pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you aren't gonna stop me. Bedpan! Shut up, I'm investigating. Okay, fine, have it your way, your own filthy, disgusting way. Turns out it's probably not to be a bedpan, but it's definitely a spittoon, and it's definitely filled with rotten brown spit. Fishing around me. What is wrong with me? With you? Oh, good God. Okay, you plunge your head in up to the wrist. It makes a glop noise and breaks the thin skin of congealed toxin that was previously kept. The dire smell and relative check. Now you're choking in miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling when you're about to puke? How about how you get that taste back, way back in the rear corners of your mouth, the metallic tang by the root of your tongue, like you're sucking on a corroded old penny. Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy, slime-covered old brooch. Are you really happy? I bet you're gonna put it on without even washing it first. Revolting brooch. Maybe I will someday. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'll take it that. Looks pretty darn good. Dang, dude. Let me upgrade some stuffs. Man, later. Okay. So that's that. I think I'm gonna create more bullets and needles, because I need some. There we go. Made everything into needles. Yeah, so anyways, I have to go back to the Dave yard, because, or, you know, like, I might just, like, train. I need to train myself so I'm a lot stronger on my off time. So I might just do that, just keep training and stuff. Yep. Because, like, I'm currently not strong enough for any of this. So I'm gonna continue training probably, like, at the Dave yard for a couple of while, or, like, for a while, so I can get my stats up to how I like it. Here, you can have one last look at my stats, and when you come back, I'm gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a lot higher than before, because I've been training at the Dave yard killing skeletons. So, that's about it for now, and I don't have a good outro.